Well, everyone including Rupert says it's too hot to work, but when you're only here for a few days and there's lots to get done, I've got work to do. And of course what made it more important that I get things done is because I brought a carload of stuff. So I could go out this morning. I had to unload the car, which means I've got stuff now everywhere, taking up floor space that it shouldn't be. Look, there we are. Yep. It's now in France. We can play trains, perhaps. But I need to get some work done. Try and make some sense. I think the first job I want to do is actually to do with plumbing up a water barrel. So I'm going to get on. Right, excuse the state of the back of the car. It's tidier than normal. What was it I bought earlier today? I bought what I was always taught was a breast drill or a breast brace. Yeah, that's quite a nice thing. It's made in France. Interestingly, it says made in France in English. What's it say on that side? Yeah, it says made in France on that side too. Yeah, that will come in handy, won't it? And when it's hot like this, a lot of people wear shorts and then we all take the mickey out of their little white legs. They're my little white legs, the only ones of mine you're ever going to see. They've got an important job to do, but for now I need to stick them somewhere that I can find them and use them later. Well, nothing like getting organised, and this is nothing like getting organised. Yeah. Going to cut some timber and make a stand for a water barrel. That's why I've got timber on the roof of the car. First of all though, what we need to do is measure up the barrel that's going to stand and then how high it's got to be and all those sorts of clever things. Well, I bought this today for the princely sum of €3. It's what I like to think of as a chest brace or chest drill. You know, you press your chest or your belly or something against that plate and you hold one hand and you wind like crazy with the other hand and it turns a drill and drills holes. Now, I've been looking at it and I undid 2 screws. It's actually a Peugeot Frere. You know, the same company that makes the motorbikes and what have you, and cars now. Made in France, and with that off we can see what it does. If you wind that handle, it drills at 1 speed, but if you take the handle off and put it on there, it will wind an awful lot faster. So how about that, a drill with a gearbox? What a lovely gearbox it is. There we are. Now, the age-old question, do I clean it up and paint it, or do I just use it like it is? Look at that. The idea is it's got a screw that goes into the wall. I've put a plug in first and then you sort of slide the pipe in, and this is a 10mm bolt. Always wondered why you end up with so many 10mm spanners. That's what they're for. Right, I'm going to finish nutting that up and yeah, see how we get on. Well, this is the next part of the job. This has got to go on the bottom end of my downpipe, and no matter what I do, where this needs a bracket to hold it, there is a stud sticking out of the wall which, try as I might, I can't get out of. Can't get out. But I was looking at this end and it's not square. So what I thought I would do, I thought I would take about 1 inch off that end and square it up and then I'll be able to fit it. I think that's the solution I'm going to use. Right, okay, let's adjust my bench a bit. Well, I was wondering what to do next Saturday. Now, for those of you that can't work it out, in the town of Châtillon-sur-Indre, I know where that is, that's down to the little roundabout, turn left, keep going for a way. On Saturday the 11th and Sunday the 12th of August this year, the 23rd, Terre en Fête, an exposition de tracteurs anciens. Hands up, everybody who wants me to film an ancient tractor show. Yeah, I might do that next Saturday. This, of course, is why we should all plant lavender. Just look at those bees. Bees all over it. Now, I don't know how it is where you all live, but in a lot of the world, large chunks of England, we've got a crisis of bee populations falling. Now, you know, we're here having a lovely time here in Azay, so we shouldn't really be worried about doom and gloom, should we? The simple truth is, if bees disappear, it won't be very much long after that there ain't no food. You know, all those things that bees pollinate. So if you've got a bit of garden, a bit of space, you know, really you should be filling it with flowers and filling it with stuff that is going to feed bees all the year round. You know, we might think about the places where we all live, you know, where George lives. Certain times of the year there's mountains of stuff that needs pollinating, all of those sweet corn that grow opposite where George lives. Or if we think about Plum Bob living up there in, you know, one of the biggest grain producing countries of the world, you know, suddenly there's a huge demand for pollinators, and if they ain't fed all year round, well, you know, there won't be any. So yeah, if you've got a bit of garden or a windowsill, then plant stuff, plant flowers, pretty flowers.